Hey, how's it going? It is day 62, more or less, and today I made hot dogs on the grill and brought out 13, but then also bought a few additional meals for people out there because I didn't have enough. So today was fun. Yeah, I did hot dogs, like I said, on the grill, which is a nice little activity and change of pace. And I think people enjoy the hot dogs. I have these cute little hot dog bags, and I give ketchup and mustard packets, and brought out some Gatorades. I don't make it out as often as I used to because I'm working full time, but I do still make it out a handful of times. Well, a few times a week, I guess. I guess now, depending on the weeks. But I don't do as many video logs or journals or anything like that, just because a lot of the time that I'm doing deliveries, I'm on my way somewhere else afterward, and I'm just not able to get back and do the logs. So, sort of like the update of what's been happening over the last couple of weeks or so since I've been doing a lot of updates. I'm trying to figure out how to consistently be able to keep this project going while I have a full-time job and a life to attend to. So sometimes I'm just doing less meals in a day and I'm buying deli sandwiches out or Subway sandwiches or something like that. Other times I'm able to do, my muffins or biscuits and get a breakfast run in before work that day. So the food is kind of like here and there. I'm trying to figure out ways to be able to do it and have enough time. It's very time consuming, truthfully, to do like the shopping, the food prep, the packaging of the meals, and the delivering, and fit it in, for example, before work or something. It's just so so I'm trying to play with different ways to do it. I have had days that I bring out, hand sanitizers and masks and stuff. I'm still definitely delivering all kinds of other necessities. A handful of days ago, I brought out, like, one guy needed a razor and stuff like that, so I brought him razor, washcloth, soap, whatever. I have other people, like right now, for example, after today's requests, when I head back out, the next day will be 2 days from now. I'm going to be bringing out underwear, socks, t-shirts, pair of jeans, Preparation H, a handful of things. A comforter, shower curtain for the rain, and like an industrial trash bag that I can put the comforter in for rain protection. One of my friends that I had helped out with a sleeping bag and like a bunch of stuff like this, like the shower curtain to keep his stuff dry and blah blah blah. He got his stuff stolen in his cart and everything, so I'm gonna try and replace some of it in a couple of days when I go back out. And it's cool. Like, now that I've been going out for a long time, well, kind of a long time, I have, relationships, as I've mentioned many times. So today I got to see some people that I hadn't seen, some of them maybe even in 2 or 3 weeks. So it's good to be able to see people and catch up and, and see how they're doing. Today, one of the guys who I've given to a handful of times, but he's, in the large scheme of things, relatively new for me. Sweet young guy. I saw him the other day after I had bought some deli sandwiches, and he saw me just like on the sidewalk, not in the spot that I normally find him. And he said something about you heading to the park, and I said, yeah, actually I'm going right now. And he said, you got anything for me? I said, matter of fact, I do. I have a turkey and cheese and like bag of chips and a water or whatever. And when I saw him today, I had the hot dogs. I gave him a hot dog. And he said something like, you got the hookup everywhere, huh? I said, I'm sorry, what? He said, like, yeah, you be getting food everywhere. You know everybody. Like, how do you know those guys? Like, and another one of my friends was sitting there. And I'm like, well, I guess, I've been coming around for a bit now. And I looked at my friend and I said, how long has it been? Maybe 3 months? Something. He said, no, longer. I said, maybe 4 months. He's like, you've been coming out since like the beginning of the year. And then the other guy said, like, I feel like I've seen you since last year. So I started in, I think, the beginning of May, maybe. It was definitely into coronavirus. I could check back exactly. But either way, some of them associate my time out there as being longer than it has been. Or sometimes they think that I show up more frequently than I do, or so. Like, I think that my presence, um, it's interesting to hear the way people perceive it. You know, how long I've been around, or how often I'm around, or I've mentioned before, and I've told this story recently. You know, one of my guys who just doesn't do as well now, and I actually heard he got arrested the other day for hitting a woman with a stick, and like that morning or early in that day, I had seen him, and he was already getting in a fight so early in the day, and that's kind of his MO now, and blah blah. It's like not been a great scene. And when I was talking to one of my other friends about him one day, I said, you know, this is weeks ago, this conversation. I said, I feel like he's just gotten so much worse in like the last 3 weeks or so. And the gentleman said to me, yeah, it was the second time you went away, that's when he really got bad. So the fact that he associated the gentleman's kind of downfall with one of my absences was very interesting to me. He didn't say, oh, about 3 weeks ago, or he didn't say like, hey, when that heat wave hit, or whatever kind of other measurement of time. He said, when you were absent the second time. Anyway, so I feel like they really notice my presence and absence. And I do try and get out still as much as possible, even if I can't make it to everybody that day, or I don't know. And now some days, like on the next day I'm out, I might have to make it a day that I just bring out all of these goods and necessities and not do food that day because of time crunch. Also, money. I haven't been collecting donations and stuff recently, so it's out of pocket, you know, and I just can't really afford to do it so many times a week out of pocket. I'm not even making as much money on I'm back to work actually, and I'm not making as much as I did on unemployment. So yeah, so I don't know, kind of rambly, sorry. I feel like I do that, right? But in general, everything is still moving. I'm still showing up. You know, people definitely still look forward to seeing me. I'm still getting requests of things that people need to make their lives and their days more comfortable, which I will continue to help them with. Yeah, and I don't really have a great master plan of how like this is smoothly going to continue to work. Um, as I have a full schedule, but I will find a way. And yeah, I don't know. So until then, just trying to like get out there and keep this community safe and well. All right, I'll see you guys next time.